Hello, my most amazing artist third graders. So today we are going to review what we started talking about last week about making 3D shapes that are showing the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. I wanted to show you just a quick picture of a trip that I took this weekend that shows foreground, middle ground, and background. So if you look closely, you can see me, my husband, and my mother-in-law, and we are in the foreground of this beautiful landscape where we saw a waterfall that was flowing from miles high. The middle ground would be this part right here that shows the next distance away from where we're looking. The farthest place in the very back is the background. That's what's the farthest away from you when you're looking at it. So remember, we have foreground, which is the lowest, background, or middle ground, sorry, which is in the middle between the foreground and the background, and then we have the background in the very back. So today we're gonna practice doing foreground, middle ground, and background by creating our own three-dimensional objects. So as you can see here, here's two of my three-dimensional objects. And when we're done creating three, we will put them on a piece of paper, and then you guys will be drawing from this angle right here. You'll be drawing what's in the foreground, what's in the middle ground, and then what's in the background. So I only have two of those right now. I'm gonna create with you the third one. Today I would like you to create at least two three-dimensional objects. We'll have time next week to finish that off and start drawing. So you're gonna get a sheet that looks like this. I want you to cut out the whole sheet. Please do not cut anything else. Do you see this flap right here and here? These are so that you can connect when you fold it all together. So please do not cut these flaps off. You want to go on all the way around the flaps. So when I'm cutting, I'm going to go all the way around the flaps. This is the first step to making your 3D options. You can follow along as I'm cutting these. And if you need any help, just raise your hand and I will come around and help you. We might need to pause the video if so. But don't worry, I believe you guys can do this. When you start coloring your three objects, I want you to think about something that is the shape that you're making. We're going to be making a square, a rectangle, and a triangle prism. For your square, just a thought, you could do Minecraft if you wish, because it makes a perfect cube, and you could make a Minecraft head or something. Once you finish cutting it out, this is when you start coloring. I would like you to think about what is it going to look like on all the sides, because when it's folded up, it's going to have this side, the top, this side, and this side. Okay? So I want you to think about what can I create that has all four sides when I'm creating it. I'm just going to do a design. As you can see on my triangle prism, I just did a design on all four sides, and then on my rectangle, I did a car. Okay? So get creative. Think of something. I'm going to pretend like this is already colored so that we can keep going on. The next step after you color, so the first step is cut, second step is color, third step is fold. All of the lines on here, you need to fold every single line that you see, whether it's dotted or straight. You need to fold every single line so that your paper is already ready to be turned into a 3D object. So I folded these, and this one, I'm even going to fold the flaps. Remember, if you're having trouble with this, just raise your hand. Seriously, like, you can do this. I know you can, but I know it can be frustrating. So if you get stuck, just raise your hand and I will come right to you, because we'll figure this out and you'll be able to complete it all the way. Alrighty, so you got your box folded. Now you're going to want to glue the flaps to each other. All you need is a slight 3 small dots of glue. You guys are in 3rd grade, so this should not even be a problem. You guys should have learned how to use glue by now. So I'm just going to remind you, 3 dots, that's all you need, not a lot. So I'm going to start with the ends, this head part right here, and I'm just going to do I'm going to put glue on all the flaps that are right here. I'm just going to do 3 dots on each flap. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to connect it
everyone's attention at this time
to the next one.
We have started a new lunchroom procedure to kind of quiet it down in there in order to have order. So I need everyone to listen up when it comes to what their expectations are, so that for the rest of the day we can see the things that we need to see. The first thing is that when we walk into the cafeteria, we are to line up at the door. And you're not to move into the lunch line until you see that that first person has received their tray. Then you can move. We're not going to have a lot of people piling up in that area.
Then you're going to glue this part,
within the lunch line, up against the wall, that type of thing. The second thing is if you're in the lunch line that's closest to the double doors, you're not to lean against the doors. You are to stand beside them and face forward. That's very important. The next thing is once you receive your tray, make sure that you have all of your utensils as well as all your condiments. That means your ketchup, your mustard, whatever it is they're giving out that goes with your meal. Make sure you have all of that before you exit the line. When you come out of the line, you are to take the first available seat. So if your first table is not filled up, you're not going to your second table. You're going to fill up the first table, and then the second table can work on being filled. We're not bouncing around. You're going to go to the first available seat. You are to remain in your seat until you are dismissed by a teacher. If you need any condiments, you need anything from the cafeteria staff that's in there working, you need to raise a hand and not get up and walk towards the line or get up and walk around the cafeteria. When it's time for you to leave, you will be told when to stand up and dump your tray. Hope all this was understood. If not, it will be repeated again until we get it together. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, so as you can see, it takes some kind of you have to manipulate it a little bit, and it's okay if yours looks a little dented in or wrinkled. And see how this is hanging out? Seriously guys, I do not care if it looks kind of beaten up like mine. All I need is for it to look 3D. Okay, so don't freak out if it's not perfect. This is practice. This is the first time we're doing this, and all I need is a 3D object. That's it. Even if it's dented in or, there's a piece sticking out, that is okay. All right, so please don't freak out about that, because when you're drawing it, when it's on your picture plane and you have, the shapes in front of one another, it's okay, because all I need to know is that your shapes are overlapping, and when you draw it, you have something in the foreground, something in the background, and something in the middle ground, okay? So as you can see, it depends on which angle you do it from, but as you can see, you have, something that's in the very front, like this, okay? Something that's in the middle ground, like this triangle, because it's not right up front like the square is, and then you have this car in the very back, okay? So this is what we're working towards. It takes some time, but it is a-okay. We'll work together, and then the next step will be drawing it. But this is all I need you to work on today. I know you can do this, guys. We can get this. Foreground, middle ground, and background. We're going to learn this, and we're going to be champions, okay? Awesome.